Today we make another decision. We make a commitment. From that commitment, we get consistent. And that's where confidence is built. Peace. Travis Sotawell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. It's just another day to wake up, make the decision, to show up and grow up. To suit up and show up, put the work in, to be who we say we are, to do what we say we're going to do. It's really an excitement. We can decide to be anxious about it or decide to be excited. Step it up and move forward. I know I've had peaks and valleys over building this business. And I know you have. I've definitely in parts. I've had a peak recently in my packaging. I've just been going, creating. It's taking longer in a good way because I have so much to put together and make a good product, make a good service. In a bad way, it's taking long. But to be committed to see it to its end. I'm talking months it's been. Even seeing it to its end with the podcast, which has no end necessarily. It's just continuing to create content, continuing to create different content, other forms of content, other platforms. And the biggest piece to any business, creating a customer, creating a new client, following up, working the selling system, having a selling system to work. And that's what I need to refocus on. Got really into creating a product. I'm putting on a showcase and the tapping into the market, the getting more people, the creating a customer piece. That has fallen into a valley. And I'm literally today, we're re-engaging, recommitting. Recommitting to doing these little things that end up to be big things. The daily minimums. Really laying it out. This is how many people I'm going to contact a day, along with this is the content I'm going to create. These are the refinements I need to make on all levels of the business. Are we talking about getting new customers? It's obviously we need to get leads. It's in the leads area. What I've been working on is the messaging and the packaging and operations. I have a team working together and had some ups and downs. With the team, it's learning each other's personality. And also just learning the business as we build it from scratch together. Understanding what we need to do, what priority is. And all these things start with decisions. And if you're listening to this as a leader of your business, it's primarily what your job is to make decisions. Primarily your job is to make decisions on what's most important. I think most of us, it's pretty straightforward, especially when you're a solopreneur, this is what needs to happen right now. You got what's in your face. Either you got something strongly pushing you forward or you got something pulling you forward. You have a product, it's very clear. I need to have this product. I'm going to sell this product. I need to out here and hustle. Need to talk to people. Need to get in front of people. So it gets more interesting as we grow. It gets more interesting depending on your business model. The online coaching business model got a lot to do. Huge part of it is the marketing. Huge part of it is, as a coach, you are the product. Understanding that piece. And then how do we grow out of just being the product? That's where I have spent a lot of my time. I didn't want to get into grow a business that just ended up being another job, right? I'm trying to get out of my job. I don't want to create another job for myself. So I've done a lot of time, spent a lot of time, used a lot of time thinking, not only thinking for myself, but watching other coaches, seeing what they do, creating products for the long term. And that is one of my special powers, if you will. However, every asset has its liability, right? Every strength has its flaw. And the flaw to that is, as I was saying, taking too much time. Not getting into action in other areas of the business. Just staying too long in the packaging and messaging. And really, as we move, kind of nicely land the plane in this episode, we're talking about strength comes from commitment. So we have our natural strengths, our natural talents, our natural abilities. But they don't really get to that level until you commit to leveling them up. Man, it's funny things that pop into your head when you're doing a podcast, or just obviously just any time of day. It's an old podcast I listened to. I want to say it was Dante Nero, and he was talking to an old Raiders player. And the Raiders player was talking about Charles Woodson. And he was saying how Charles Woodson was just born great. And the point Dante Nero was making is that no matter how great we've been born, no matter how talented we've been born, there has to be some work put in to develop it. And the individual was pushing back against that. Like, nah, this guy's just born great. He didn't have to do anything. And it's just incorrect. I don't know. I wouldn't even argue with anybody about that. It's just obviously Charles Woodson put in work over his lifetime. Even if it was just, you gotta learn plays in sports. The strength comes from commitment. He committed himself. Every great athlete committed themselves to that sport, committed their life to developing their body to do that sport. And this is where we need to make a commitment. And what I've been focusing on the last couple of days, I'm like, okay, I am not getting into leads enough. I am not connecting with enough people. I'm not prospecting enough at all. Even where I'm at this level, I'm falling short. It's one thing to fall short when I'm comparing myself to my coaches that are making millions of dollars a year. It's another thing just to compare myself to where I'm at. And I was really trying to tap into why. I'm not on that yet, but this is where it gets into the piece of, at the end of the day, entrepreneurship, small business, it all comes back to our personal growth and development. Why have I not been doing that? Is it a fear thing? Is it a skill thing? Which fear would be an emotional part. Is it a skill thing? I'm not skilled enough? Do I not know enough? Or do I not believe? And one, I just think I haven't committed enough to it. And I would say it's a belief piece, not in the sense of one of my lower self favorites, which is personal doubt. I actually don't think it's doubt. What it is that I haven't truly put the image of myself in my head and believe down to every fiber that not only this is what I can do, but this is what I do. And this is who I am. I am someone that is committed every day to contacting people and building my client base, building my suspect list, expanding my database. Now, I know for me, that's something I really have to work on ingraining. This is all new. It's the guy that's been working a job my entire life, thinking about entrepreneurship, getting knowledge. There's a difference between getting the knowledge and actually doing the thing. And really just committing my entire being to that's who I am. Which in the Pure Sound method, this is lifestyle design, and this is character and self-talk. I'm literally talking to this mic. I'm talking to your ear. I'm also talking to myself, saying this is who I am. Just as much as the podcast, this is who I am. I'm someone that does a podcast. That was an easier transition to where my whole life I've pretty much been on the how can I not talk to people that much, except for when I want to, or except for when I want people to talk to me. Oh, I don't like people. Oh, this, that. That's all nonsense, especially from my using days. So this is one of the mindsets that I've known I need to overcome. I'm just like, okay, I have to really sit and really commit myself to this. Really create the idea of doing the work, whatever the work is. In my case, in this podcast, we're talking about developing leads, getting more people. Sit and commit to the idea itself is a strength, is a strong idea, a strong concept. And that's what I'm going to be working on today. So what are you working on? What are you committing to make it a strength? Developing a skill. Developing yourself. What part of your business, what part of your lifestyle are you looking to grow? Are you dedicating yourself to today, this week, this month, this year? It's Travis Sotawell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.